Hello friends, how's it going? I hope you're having a super duper day. Pardon me for a second. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 10 books that I'm hoping to read before the end of the year. So this video is going to go up about a week and a half from now, so hopefully by then I will have ticked off one or two or maybe even 3 of these books, but I picked out 10 books that I'm hoping to finish by the end of the year. It is a very ambitious goal. We will see what happens. So I'll start with what I'm currently reading. First up, we have some book club books for November, which are, first up, The Handmaid's Tale. I'm about halfway through this one now. I'm really enjoying it. I think that it feels like the kind of thing that's gonna build up and become more fast-paced and action-packed towards the end of the book, so I'm thinking that I will like it more by the end, but it's a little slow, but the writing style is really amazing. So, enjoying it so far. It's about a woman who's living in this dystopian version of the United States. I think specifically the Northeast, so New England area. It's really hard to read. It's very sad. I'm really enjoying it, besides the whole thing about it being sad. But again, beautifully written, so definitely I would recommend it. Again, obviously this is a TBR video, so I haven't finished it, but so far I would definitely say that I'm enjoying it and I would recommend it. Next up is The Turn of the Screw, which is for the Dark Academics book club. I talk about that all the time, but their November pick is The Turn of the Screw. I don't really know the plot of this one, except that I've seen The Haunting of Bly Manor, which is based on this, and oh my gosh. If you haven't seen that show, you should go watch it right now. The ending, oh my, I cried. I cried at the end. I don't know how similar the plot is to the original story. I'm fairly certain that the romance that takes place in the show is not in the book, which is really sad, but not surprising. We'll see how that lives up to the show. I'm guessing that it won't, which is sad, but what are you gonna do? Next up, Paradise Lost. I've talked about this one in my vlogs as well. I'm reading this for an English class right now. I am currently on book 10 of 12, so we're almost finished with this one. I'm excited to be done with it, but I have enjoyed studying it. It's a retelling of the story of Adam and Eve, or I guess Genesis. I don't know how far it goes into Genesis. I'm no expert on the Bible. It's fascinating to me to hear different interpretations of the story of Adam and Eve and all that sort of, just, I guess, the beginning of the Bible and how the world was created and the fall of Satan and the fallen angels. So it was really interesting for me to get John Milton's perspective on that. And I've enjoyed studying it quite a bit. I would never just, read that for fun, but I'm glad that I took this class. That's crazy that this semester is almost over. I cannot wait for winter break. It's gonna be so nice to have a month off where I can do nothing but read and binge watch bad TV. Can we just talk about how TikTok has taken over my taste in television and stuff? Like, I somehow ended up on Criminal Minds TikTok, even though I never watched Criminal Minds before. And seeing all those TikToks about Matthew Gray Goobler influenced me to start watching Criminal Minds. So I'm on season 2 now. No spoilers. I will be very upset. Okay, those are all the books I'm currently reading. I guess we'll go into the rest of the books I have with me here. First up, if you watched my quarantine TBR that I posted in March or April, you'll know that I was planning on reading the entire Harry Potter series over again. So, theoretically, I would love to finish the series this year by the end of 2020, but I doubt that will happen. So I would like to at least finish up this book. I'm on page 79, so I've got quite a bit more to read. Yeah. So I would love to get this finished up before the end of the year, and then I'll only have 2 more left. I set up a book club with my friends to read the Harry Potter series. Didn't go so well, obviously. We only got through 4 books. So I'm gonna try and finish the rest of my own because I can't just stop in the middle of the series. That's not how my brain works. So I would really like to get that series finished up for the second time. 10 years later. Next up, we have The Price of Salt by Patricia Highsmith. I don't know much about this one except that it's a lesbian romance, so we're all for that. I don't read enough romances that aren't straight white people. My friend Adelie has been telling me to watch the movie Carol for like a year now. Still haven't seen it, but it's based on this book. And so, obviously, before I watch the movie, I have to read the book because, again, that's how my brain works. So I'm looking forward to reading this one before the end of the year, and then I can watch the movie, and it'll just be great. I'm very excited about it. What? It says mystery fiction on the back, and then the top it says Patricia Highsmith's story of sexual obsession. Okay, I guess I know nothing about this book, so cool. Can't wait to find out what it's actually about. Little Women. I've never read Little Women somehow. Somehow I got to be 19 years old and have never read Little Women, so not really sure what that's about. I went to see the movie that came out last year. Oh my goodness. That movie emotionally destroyed me in the best way. I cried so much in the theater that I wasn't able to even get it all out and got to the car and started sobbing. I sobbed the entire way home. It was so good. I loved that movie. That was one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time. So, can't wait to read it. I doubt the book will emotionally destroy me the way that the movie did because it doesn't have the iconic duo of Timothée Chalamet and Saoirse Ronan. But we shall see. We shall see. Next up, number 7, I think. I haven't been counting this entire time, but let's start now. I think this is number 7. Holidays on Ice by David Sedaris. I think I've mentioned this a few times in the past couple of months because I've been so excited for it to be the holiday season so that I can read this. I mean, I could read it any time of year, obviously, but I'm so excited. I love David Sedaris so much. He's so funny. If you've never read or listened to his stories, please go do it now. I think they're funnier when he narrates them himself. Books and stories don't often have me laughing out loud, but this one, oh my goodness. So this book has 6 short stories in it, one of which I have heard before, and that is Santaland Diaries. It's his telling his story about when he was a mall elf, and it's so funny. So I'll read that one again. I haven't heard it in a few years, so I'll read that one, and then I get 5 more short stories that I've never heard, so that should be fun. I love his writing. I can't say enough good things about David Sedaris. He's so funny. Those are all the books that I have physically. But next up on the list we have I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. This got made into a Netflix movie. I don't know if it was this year or last year. I'm not sure. It sounds so bizarre. I watched the trailer for the movie, still have no idea what it's really about. Just that this girl is dating a guy and the whole time she's like, I think I'm gonna break up with him, but then she goes to visit his parents at Christmas. I think the movie trailer made it seem so surreal and creepy and weird that I just have to read it. Just to see what it's about. Because I really like weird things, and this just was so bizarre. I was like, yeah, I have to read it. So that's that one. Normal People by Sally Rooney. I'm feeling in the mood for romances now. Perhaps because it's cuffing season. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Who knows? Romance is in the air, I guess. So, Normal People. I've heard amazing things about this one. All I know about this one is that it's a romance. That's it. So, that'll be fun to read. But yeah, I've really just heard such amazing things about this book and Sally Rooney's writing in general. So perhaps if I like this one as much as other people do, then I will check out Conversations with Friends, because again, I'm gonna have a month off at the end of December into January. And then the last book on the list is Girl Interrupted. It is a really quick read. I think it's less than 200 pages. I can't remember the last time I read a book that short. Well, actually, Turn of the Screw is like half that. Whatever. Anyway, it's on the Rory Gilmore reading list, which if you've been watching my recent videos, you probably know that I'm trying to check stuff off. And I just wanted to put in a little short read at the end to round it up to 10 books. I can for sure get that done in like 2 days max, if I really put my mind to it. And it'll just be a nice little thing to finish up my reading goal for the year. All I know about this one is that I think it's this woman reflecting on her time in a mental hospital and her interactions with other patients there. I know there's a movie with Winona Ryder, our queen, and Angelina Jolie, I think, which seems like an interesting combo there. I really love Winona Ryder. Who doesn't? So, that's the list. That's my 10 books. The semester is wrapping up soon. I can't wait. And I've got quite the ambitious TBR to finish up the year. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!